Hello everyone, I'm Salad and welcome back to Danganronpa 3. Last time, we had a murder. Ryoma Hoshi is dead, and my suspicion, based on no evidence at all, is that he was killed by somebody whose name started with a Y? Right? No, wait. Right? K? Yeah, Karumi, sorry. Yeah, K looks like a Y. Karumi Tojo. That's my suspicion right now, that Karumi Tojo killed him via cleaning supplies or drowning in the small pool, and then moved his body there. So I'm assuming that it occurred at a different time. That's just my guess, based on nothing, like I said. But also the fact that Angie is the one who set up this whole magic show and all that stuff. That's suspicious as well. But like I said, we don't have any evidence, so let's get some evidence and see what actually happened. Hey, Shuichi, got a sec?
Huh?
What's wrong?
I mean...
Before we start the investigation, there's something I gotta tell you.
Alright!
You're my sidekick from now on! Okay, why not?
Huh?
Kaito's pretty cool, I guess. Unless, I mean, Kaito was the one that it seems like we're supposed to be suspicious of right now. So it is even more suspicious that he's having us investigate with him so that he can control what we do. But still, I don't want to suspect Kaito.
You know...
I'm more of a scientist kind of guy, so I'm not really cut out for investigations. But that's a good quality to have for investigation. What, not being a scientist kind of guy? What do you mean? I don't see that as a good or bad thing.
Listen up.
Plus, the only stage fit for Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars, the universe itself. So I'll leave the details to you. Pave the path for my success.
But
I don't know what to do as a sidekick.
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I'll make all the tough calls. You just gotta do what I say. What do you mean? You're Kaede's sidekick for quite a while. Loves to make decisions on his own, doesn't he?
I mean...
So,
leave it to me.
I'll take full responsibility. Since you're my sidekick, there's nothing to worry about. Huh?
Got it.
Alright, let's get started. First, we gotta check the Monokuma file.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Kaito making me a sidekick like this? Could it be? Oh, is he also? Is Shuichi also suspicious? I'm not scared. I try not to be, but I'm scared. Or try hard to be, but I'm scared. I can't stop thinking about the pain and the sadness that comes if I reveal the truth. That's what I'm afraid of. Is he trying to help me? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it seemed like he was trying to help us earlier, though. Trying to get us back on track. But I'm just wondering, I am curious how Shuichi's trauma is going to affect him moving forward. When it comes to, what I mean by moving forward is, what I mean is, like, at the very end of the game, how is this going to come back? Because I feel like it is going to come back at the very end of the game, whether or not he reveals the truth. Because this is reminiscent of the first Danganronpa game, where we have a choice whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie or not. And in that game, not exposing the lie was correct. And not exposing the lie is what Shuichi's trauma is telling him. It's telling him not to expose the lie. But in this case, him overcoming the trauma would be in that same situation in Danganronpa 1. He would expose the lie in front of everybody. Expose Kyoko's lie. So that's what's interesting me a little bit. How opposite his decision would be compared to how opposite the right decision would be when comparing this to the events of Danganronpa 1. So I'm just thinking about that. Hey, what's the matter? Let's check out the Monokuma file already. I am curious what the Monokuma file is going to say, or in specific, also what it's going to not say. Like, is it going to not say the time of death? At Kaito's behest, I looked over the Monokuma file. The victim is Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. And right, he had like the flash step ability or something, a teleporting ability. And I thought that meant that it was likely that only whoever's name started with K, the maid lady. I thought it was likely that she would be able to catch him because Gonza couldn't. But I think, wasn't one of the other people that was not there, Mew? Yeah, Mew. Miu Irumi. She also is unaccounted for. So maybe she could have set up some kind of trap to kill him as well. The body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning, okay. His body was consumed by piranhas until only bones remained. So I'm thinking about this. What I'm thinking about right now is if, let's say he was killed before, and then he was like, his body was like cleaned up and then prepared to be tossed in here later on. Like, is there something in the victim's body that like the piranhas would really want to eat, and that has something to do with something? Or I don't know. I feel like if he was like had a bunch of cleaning supplies all over him, the piranhas wouldn't even want to bite him because it would probably taste really bad. Like if Kirumi, there we go, that was her name. If Kirumi Tojo cleaned him up with his body up with like soap and bleach or whatever, I have a feeling the piranhas wouldn't like that taste. But they sure destroyed him, so I don't know. That's just what's going through my mind. No other injuries can be confirmed at this time. Okay, so you're saying no other injuries can be confirmed. That means there were other injuries. Thank you, Monokuma File.
Come on, man.
What? There's less written here than before. I got a bad feeling about this, and it also didn't specify the time of death. The time of death isn't written here. Wow! Shuichi is so much smarter than some of the other previous protagonists of these games. It's refreshing. I'm just reminded of that first game where Makoto was such an airhead at all times, and it's so fun to make fun of him for Makoto being Makoto. And Shuichi is so different. He's just immediately bringing up this fact that I noticed as well, and I was curious about.
Remember,
The previous Monokuma file indicated Rontaro's time of death, right? Or correct? Rontaro is still such a mystery. Discovered in the library, time of death. And then way he was killed. No other injuries detected, okay. That said, no other injuries were detected. Not no other injuries can be confirmed at this time. But the Monokuma file this time doesn't indicate the time of death.
what?
Did Monokuma mess up?
No.
No, this was intentional. Monokuma told us that he wouldn't give us any information that would reveal the culprit.
But
Thinking about it that way, it implies the information would be damning evidence for the culprit. So that means the key to this case is the time of death.
well done.
There you go. I knew I picked up a good sidekick. One more thing in the Monokuma file that catches my eye. Ryoma's cause of death. Yeah. It says drowning, but if that's the case, we might be able to unravel the case from there. Okay, so he's not... so he's picking up on that too? Okay.
All right.
Alright. Now that we're done with the Monokuma file, we can get started on the investigation. My first command to my new sidekick is... investigate everywhere and find clues that will lead us to the culprit. He's pretty commanding, as I expected. Okay. Let's take a look around. Kirumi, what are you doing up there? Kirumi, I'm suspicious of you.
Hey,
You were helping set up the show, right, Kirumi? Did you hear anything about the trick? She was helping set up the show, huh? Okay, that's even more suspicious. I didn't even remember that.
I do not agree.
No, I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and curtains. I see. And you could have hid something beneath the banner and curtains, though. What are you hiding behind those curtains? So I do not know the details of her trick.
well,
I see. When I stood on stage and looked up, the broad tank was directly overhead. It was set up so that the bottom would open when the timer reached 0. The bottom is open now, and the tank is empty. Doesn't look as though it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side is glass, the other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass. So how did the piranhas get into there in the first place? Was it rotated 180 degrees or something?
Hey, so...
Oh yeah, the tank was from Himiko's research lab.
Ah,
Hey, Kaito, you helped carry supplies for the show, right?
got it.
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. That's a lot of work. Okay, so they all helped carry the supplies. Interesting. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from there.
You know...
It's a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. Couldn't have been easy to lift. Yeah.
That is.
It seems this is where the lighting batten for the gym is attached. Okay, oh, I see. So it's held up by the lighting stuff. Kurumi.
It seems as if.
The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the batten. I don't know how to pronounce that word, by the way. It seems they lowered the batten, attached the piranha tank to it, then raised it again. Never knew lighting battens were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that.
That is correct.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy. Okay. So it was lifted up like that. How did someone get into the piranhas in there in the first place? I guess, yeah, it must have been that you just lifted up 180 degrees, right? Okay, what does that have to do with anything? The body couldn't have been in there because, or like from the start, because we saw the piranhas moving around in there earlier, I'm pretty sure. I think? I don't remember that 100%. This is the timer that was counting down the escape trick. I didn't realize it was also a timer to reveal Ryoma's body.
All right.
My first command to my new sidekick is...
Listen up.
investigate everywhere and find clues. Don't overlook anything, you got it? I mean, that goes without saying. Right, I think we're good here. Wait, there's still stuff here? What am I missing? Oh, light panel.
Huh?
What is this?
That is.
It is a control panel for the stage lights. It allows you to raise and lower the batten. I see. Okay, so you use the light panel to raise and lower that. Cool. A lot of here. I wonder if it was used to set up the show. It's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Want to check that window out?
Okay.
Yeah, but...
Ah.
it's too high up to reach, yeah? Yeah, it's pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha tank.
Yeah.
That's right. There's a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaito quickly headed off to the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder.
Hey, so...
You know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder? Sorry, Kaito, you're the sidekick.
Thank you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up up the rungs.
You can just barely reach the window with this. And if you open the curtain... Oh,
What is the relevance of this?
If the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
The culprit may have gone in and out through this window. Hold on. I need to review the events that lead up right to the murder. Let me do that real quick. I feel like that's important right now. Okay. I just reviewed things, and I still don't see how any of this is relevant. Now, one thing I did note is that you can't actually see through the piranhas, like if there's something behind them. But I don't know why that would matter, because when Gonta actually sees like climbs up on stage. He looks shocked, and then the piranhas fall. So it's not like the body. See, then the piranhas fall. So it's not like the body was with the piranhas in the first place, and then suddenly it got eaten up right when it got into the lower part or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what this is about. He must have seen the body in there already. So like even if the killers like had access to that box from behind, what does that matter? What's the point? What difference does it make if they had access to the piranha box? The body would have already been in the lower tank, not the upper tank. It's weird. Anyways, getting back to the actual game. Okay. Yeah, the culprit may have gone in and out through this window. Again, I don't see how relevant that is.
So what's on the other side of the window?
I can't see much, but I think it's the pool.
Yeah,
A pool, huh?
that makes sense.
I heard we had one here somewhere.
So yeah, this is the window into the gym, and then wasn't there another window on the other side of the pool area? There's like some room that we didn't find.
All right, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there.
Oh, wait. What is this?
What's up?
Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame.
The window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. Huh. This might be related to the case, I should remember it. So the window was obviously used by something, or someone. Got abrasions on it. I would think that's from like this thing being raised and lowered. I'm just curious what the purpose of like having that line of sight to the pool is. Marked window frame has been added. It's like on the upper part of the window frame. I climbed down from the ladder to the stage.
Hey!
You done investigating the window? Then I'll go put the ladder back.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, Kaito.
Jeez.
Should the sidekick be doing this? He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. I've investigated everything I wanted to on the stage. Well, all done here? Then let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Alright. What else is there to see? We already saw that stuff. I guess talk to everyone here? Let's talk to Himiko. How's Himiko doing? My magic was supposed to make everyone smile.
Himiko!
Don't worry, everyone. Don't worry. Everyone is smiling. No, they're not. I don't think any of us can smile right now. Himiko, it's alright if you're ready to talk about your underwater... If it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? Oh, is she gonna still say it's magic? We need to understand how your trick works if we're going to solve this mystery.
What are you saying?
There's no trick to my underwater escape act. It was magic.
Come on, man.
You're still saying that? You understand the situation we're in?
Stop it.
No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
Huh?
But...
I'll protect you!
Okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you want to feel the full volcanic wrath of my Neo Aikido.
Jeez.
Man, this guard is more strict than the security at idol events. Alright. So I guess we're not going to get any information out of Himiko. It was always magic. Alright, Korikyo?
However...
I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic?
No.
I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow. Let me reread what he just said. A reason related to the magic show is why they killed someone? Or no, they're saying like why would they have this happen at the magic show? It's so that it could be in everyone's plain view. And it would confuse like how the murder happened. That's the reason.
I see.
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes? That's true. Did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic? Himiko wouldn't tell anyone, I don't think.
Well then.
Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Gil murmured almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage. Anything to investigate backstage? Well, why would there be? Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. We followed Kyo backstage. What's that? It's like stickers on the wall or something? I can't actually get a good look. This is a pretty long rope. What was this used for? I estimate it's roughly 65 feet in length.
Huh?
You can tell just by looking at it?
But of course.
I am well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. Huh? When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay. I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on this investigation. I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about some bondage nonsense or I don't know. Hey, what is this rope? Could it be related? Yeah. Could it be? Well, we don't know. Large water tank. Nothing strange about it from behind, other than the large size. It's a normal tank. What about that side of the staircase right there?
I see.
All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. You sure? Very mysterious. How, I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank?
That's right.
Well, if we figured it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick.
However,
I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there. It's true, there's a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. Okay. Well, I think it's pretty clear that there seems to be like a fake door here, right? On the side of the staircase? And there's a puddle because it's not completely watertight. What? There's a puddle behind the staircase? This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who's wet was here? Doing something?
that's true.
Changing wet clothes? But how would you get from the water tank to this space behind the staircase?
Could it be?
It's maybe a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. Yeah. I think that is it. Stage staircase. The staircase goes up to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. Yeah. That might have something to do with the puddle next to it. There's clearly some sort of trap door there, but what about the rope then? I've investigated just about everything to do with the stage, but I still don't know how the trick was performed.
Hey, so...
Hey, how long are you gonna investigate here? We still gotta find the culprit, you know? Come on, let's go.
Kaito!
Wait, Kaito! So yeah, there was that... Can I go back over there? Oh, okay, it's taking me over here. It's a large water tank from the escape trick. The glass is broken. It's in bad shape.
Come on, man.
You guys really need to break the glass? Everything is soaked now.
But...
Well, if we had left Ryoma's body there, we wouldn't have been able to investigate.
That's right.
I guess it would have taken way too long to just empty the whole tank with a bucket.
Okay.
It was a lot of cleanup, but at least we can investigate the tank now. There might be a clue around here. I should take a closer look.
Got it.
Yeah, you're right. Because we broke the glass, there isn't much of anything left in the tank. I should investigate the area thoroughly. There's bound to be something. Alright, who was it that cleaned all this up? Was it Karumi? I think it was. The bucket full of piranhas. Gonta said that he picked up all the piranhas and put them here. Okay, he did. I can't believe Gonta would do that with his bare hands. Wait, yes I can. I think that Ryoma's inside their stomachs. I don't even feel like eating them. Why would you even consider eating them in the first place? Yeah. Only the strong can survive in this world that Atua has created.
Amen.
The least we can do is pray for Ryoma's soul so that he may enter Atua's kingdom.
Come on, man.
Can he really go there looking like this?
But.
Those piranhas sure were a miraculous mystery. Maybe Atua was behind those videos too. Huh? What videos?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Oh, right, the ones... I forgot, that was the whole motive for all this stuff. I noticed it right as the show started.
What a surprise!
I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
No.
More piranhas? Really? Why? What? Did they multiply overnight? There's no way they could reproduce that fast.
But.
But compared to yesterday, the piranhas look super crammed into that tank. So they looked more crammed together. As if something else was taking up some of the space.
Dear.
The water was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many more piranhas there were.
Oh my!
But anyway, it was super crammed.
What a surprise!
Super crammed. I see. I think I get it. So, that box up there is a box, obviously. But there is a divider. There's a divider in that box. So we can't see what's behind on the other half of the box. And in the other half of the box was the body. That's how this is. And that's why the box is relevant. That's how Ryoma's body got in there. And that's why the window stuff is relevant too. Because it was put in, somebody like snuck in that side and went in and put the body there. That's it though. Jeez, we get it. More piranhas than yesterday? There might be something to that. No, there wasn't more piranhas than yesterday. There was less space than yesterday. Yeah, see, I can't... Looking into the box from here, you don't see any divider, but there is certainly a divider. In fact, that glass panel is the divider, huh? I think I got it. Alright, let's check the glass panel and just verify that. Huh? There's a square plane of glass at the bottom of the water tank. It doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. It's nearly impossible for the broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. And what exactly is this pane? It's probably like a one-way mirror kind of pane of glass. Check his belongings, I guess. Ryoma's belongings are all gathered together. His clothes, his monopad, the key to his room. Ah, that's it. If we use this key, we can investigate Ryoma's room. What's in his room to investigate?
Remember,
the motive video. We should find out whose video Ryoma had. Then you think Ryoma was killed because of that video?
no.
I can't say for certain, but we should just check. Or we should check just in case. Although, he might have had my video. If that were the case, I might be a suspect. Well, no point in thinking about that now. My guess is Ryoma is going to have his own video. And Kirumi is going to have her own video. Because they swapped. That's my guess right now. These are the things that Ryoma wore. Handcuffs? Why are there handcuffs here? It's still locked. There are small scratches on them. Cuffs appear to be stainless steel, so not too hard to scratch. He must have been scraping against something hard or sharp.
Huh?
What are those handcuffs? Why were they in the tank? They're probably gonna say that it was the piranhas, but the piranhas wouldn't scratch steel. But I never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where'd they come from? That's true. There weren't any in the warehouse. So where did they come from? If they weren't in the warehouse, another place that might have handcuffs is would be he's a prisoner. Ryoma's lab wasn't just for the ultimate tennis pro, but also for the ultimate prisoner. So perhaps some element of that was in his lab as well. Wasn't it just on his leg the whole time? I thought for sure he just always had that on his leg. No? Yeah, its right leg has like a chains on it. Wasn't that always the case? What are they talking about? Okay. Now the question is, what did they get scratched against? Something up there? Something in the pool? Fragments of the broken glass water tank have been piled up. There's so many tiny pieces. Gonta and Tenko certainly didn't hold back when they threw Kibo at the glass. I forgot they did that. Wait, actually, I wanted to go talk to Kibo before I investigate more. Ryoma's body is nothing more than a skeleton now. Not even a shadow of what he was. What the heck is this? Hey, is this really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it.
Okay.
I'm certain of it.
Remember.
Everyone watching the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma become nothing but bones.
Damn.
Can't believe he died in such a gruesome way.
Well,
Water filled with blood so fast. We didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. The skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's.
Jeez.
I know he wanted to die, but he didn't have to actually go and do it.
no.
No, I don't think that's right, Kaito. Ryoma wasn't trying to die, he said as much. He was jealous of us who wanted to live.
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean he was jealous? I'm positive that Ryoma wanted to join us. That's why he needed a reason to live. So that he could have the same feelings we do. So that he could have that reason to keep going. And fight alongside us. He was a real idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Can't your reason for living be something simple like good food or your friends? Honestly, I kind of agree, Kaito. I kind of agree. Tasty food, that's a good enough reason. Get some tasty deep fried dumplings. Get some nice pasta with meat sauce. Some steak and potatoes. Some lamb and potato spicy curry. Like all that stuff. That's plenty enough reason to live. Just having tasty food like that, doesn't matter what else. Darn it, that idiot! I'm having trouble reading things accurately today. Alright, no, wrong voice. Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank. Alright, Kibo, how you feeling? Although there are many unknown variables, the first thing we need to make clear is, when was Ryoma murdered? Well, in the middle of the show, obviously. The culprit knew Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma. In other words, everyone watching the show wasn't suspicious.
But
Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you?
Well, that's...
No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast.
Of course.
You got it? I'm not suspicious. It's okay, I understand you, Kaito. You're not suspicious.
oh dear.
I do not understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me. Kibo does have a point. He has a point, but Kaito is still Kaito. I trust Kaito. It's fine. Kokichi! How you doing, buddy?
Hey.
I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Now I won't be nearly as bored.
All right.
It's time to work hard to solve this mystery. Get ready, culprit, because here I come! How about you, Gonta?
How can this be?
Gonta could have saved him. No, Gonta should have saved him. No, you couldn't have, Gonta. He was already dead. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Gonta, what's wrong? When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could have helped Ryoma. But Gonta got scared. Too scared to do anything.
Gonta, idiot.
Sorry. Gonta really sorry.
Come on, man.
Man shouldn't apologize so easily. Even if you had jumped in, they just would have eaten you too. Well, I mean, they both have enough mass combined together. I think he probably could have removed the body from the tank before everything got before both of them got eaten up. And then we just would have had a torn up corpse, but it still would have been a corpse. But I think the more clear bit of evidence we have is how would he have drowned that fast? He shouldn't have drowned that fast. So the fact that the cause of death is drowning makes it pretty obvious that he wasn't killed then.
That's true.
So we don't need him to have done that necessarily, but it would have made things even more clear that he didn't drown. From what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta. Huh? Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file? Yeah, he died from drowning.
No,
You haven't even read the Monokuma file yet?
Gonta not
No,
smart.
Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be help.
Dumbass.
What are you talking about? You got time to apologize. You got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do.
You're right.
That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information that only you know after all. Information only Gonta know?
Remember,
Remember during the show, you went up on the stage? That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right? Yeah, because Gonta worry about Himiko.
could it be?
Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma?
No.
No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kind of surprised. Okay, so that clarifies things. That's why I was confused why he looked down, he was shocked. I thought he already saw Ryoma's body, so Ryoma's body couldn't have been in the tank above, so the tank above was irrelevant. But no, if the fact that he didn't see Ryoma in there, got it. In that case, Ryoma fell in with the piranhas. Oh, you can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show. So, whoever set all this up is very lucky that the piranhas in like the divider fell at the same rate, and like the divider didn't get stuck or jammed or anything as it fell. Because otherwise, when Ryoma's body fell down, we would have seen it falling down through all the piranhas and stuff. But if Gonta do nothing, he may get eaten by piranhas. Huh?
But you know,
When the piranhas were dropped and the curtains open, Ryoma's in the tank, right? Yeah, that's right.
so...
Then why did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen?
Oh, Gonta
Gonta
see.
don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in after that.
Sorry.
Sorry, Gonta should have watched tank better.
Dumbass.
Like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act. How did Ryoma get into the tank? Is that part of Himiko's trick? Positive that the mystery will be an important point of this case. So, originally, they talked about how the way that the Ryoma got into the tank would be the same as how Himiko got out. That clearly is not the case. It's clearly not the case. That's a misdirect. It seems like Himiko may have gotten out of the tank by... I'm still confused about the rope. Did she like follow the rope out of the tank, or was that some part of the mechanism for exiting the tank? Alright, who else do I need to talk to?
Like I thought.
If Himiko doesn't tell us how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how do we convince her?
Could it be?
Oh, what if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? And he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show. What kind of crazy plot are you cooking up?
Yeah.
Or something like that? It's happened before, probably. No, sorry, that was not very helpful.
Hey!
Hey, Flamois, there's something I need you to tell me. Not a very polite way to ask someone for something.
You know.
I got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta captured you guys last night. What was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened.
Got it.
Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I don't know what went on. Yeah, he's running from Gonta. How did Mew escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him. Didn't we already hear from Gonta himself? She like was lewd, and that scared him away.
Why, you?
Chop, you slimy shit. What? I still don't like her. Well, I suppose you could say that Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us. First ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyo, Tsumugi, Tenko, and I. Miko and Angie were brought in later.
Huh?
From the gym, right?
Okay.
Exactly, and Kokichi left the room after around 9 p.m. They must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that. Let me reread that. Okay. Yeah, Gonta kidnapped us. Kibo, Kyo, Sumigi, Tenko, Himiko, and Angie brought in later. Right. Kokichi left. Okay.
If I remember correctly,
We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into nighttime around 11 p.m.
I see.
So from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi are me, Kurumi, Maki, and Ryoma. I see you've learned what an alibi is thanks to the previous incident. But what the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit?
why?
By the way, Miu, how are you able to get away from Gonta?
What?
Oh, well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
Huh?
Secret woman weapon? Yeah, we already understand this, Shuichi. We don't need the details. Hey, what's a secret woman weapon? She's got nothing to say. She's trying to laugh it off?
Come on, man.
Shuichi, let's just leave her be. Listen to her will just tire you out. I relate to Kaito so much.
You're right.
And all the things he's been saying. Kaito has been great. Kaito is right about everything. Let me look at that truth bullet real quick. Because one thing that's curious about that truth bullet is how Kirumi does not have an alibi. But she does have an alibi for when we all saw Ryoma die. So I'm curious, like, are one of these people who supposedly have an alibi the actual killer? Because the one I suspect is still Kurumi. But if it was Kurumi, I would expect her to be part of this whole alibi nonsense. But she's actually not a part of any of it. And yet we got such a detailed, thing for this. About who has an alibi for every single point of this part of the night. 8, 8:55, 9 to 11. So trying to say that Kokichi doesn't have an alibi from 9 till 11? And that Angie doesn't have an alibi until 8:55? What was the stuff for the what was the rule for the pool? Where's that at? Because that's obviously going to come up. Should be all the way at the end, right? Alright, in the pool during nighttime, touching the water is also against school rules. Okay, so we can't even touch the water. So when is nighttime, does it say? From 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Then let's go back to that thing. So 10 p.m. to, after 10 p.m. here would be, well, like all these people could have done it after 11, right? No, wait, no, because then it would have been the next day, right? So, unless he was killed like super early in the morning, but I guess what they're saying is that none of these people could have been in the pool at around the, I don't know, I don't know if any of this matters. He could have been killed at before 8. He could have been killed at any time. I just don't see how that truth bullet is that relevant, but I guess we'll find out later. And yet it has so much detail to it. That's what's confusing me. Ah, that's right. We need to ask Angie about the stage. Oh, wrong voice. Hey, Angie, I want to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage.
Then,
Do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps?
Nope.
No, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. I see, I suppose she didn't tell Angie the secret either. Oh, by the way, you asked other people to help you with the preparations, right?
Yep.
Yep. Started the prep work right yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and the stairs from Himiko's research lab.
Yeah.
Me and Kibo helped with that. tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work.
Right.
And I asked Kirumi to sew the curtains, because I hate sewing.
Thanks, B2 Atua.
So basically, it's all thanks to Atua that the show was a success. It's because of all of us. Was it really a success? I mean, the trick went off successfully. It's just somebody else used that to their advantage somehow. By the way, were the piranhas your idea?
Because.
On its own, the underwater escape act is no different from a normal magic show.
So divine.
I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas.
Atua has spoken.
That's what Atua told me. So Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he? It gives you business advice? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab, correct?
Of course, of
Yep.
course.
According to the piranha tank's manual, it is synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. You see, that means the most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab.
And then?
And right when we finished the prep work, and we're about to take a break, Gonta captured us, so we couldn't rehearse at all.
Jeez.
When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym. I see.
You know,
That's true. Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at nighttime.
Yup.
Can't enter the gym at nighttime, but you can come in from the back and put stuff in there, right? Maybe? So we decided to come to the gym today before the morning announcement.
Thank you.
Miko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved the set was intact. So they were right at the morning. Okay, so that means nobody could have snuck in the morning either. So no one could have snuck into the gym before those two got here.
Ah.
What's up, Shuichi? Are you worried because of this confusing incident? Well, what about the window though? Is it okay? Like, were they able to? Let me see, hold on. Again, we're going back to the school rules. Okay, the hall and gym are off limits at night from 10 to 8. So that means that Kirumi could not have even Kirumi probably could not have even like opened the window and like went in there to put him into the tank at that time, unless the tank could be opened from the back without the water spilling out somehow. But no, the piranhas and water were already in there. She would have had to put the divider in. How would she have done that if not from the top? But then they say the top was like closed off. That's what's confusing me.
But...
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Huh?
What?
Atua has spoken.
You have nothing to worry about.
Huh?
Nothing to worry about?
No.
Nothing can escape Atua's sight, not even the culprit. Atua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. And she's starting to sound more and more creepy. She's always been creepy. I believe we've investigated everything we need to for now. Well, our investigation's over now, so who's the culprit?
No.
I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate.
come on, man.
What? You still don't know? Never thought detective work could be such work. So where else do we gotta investigate?
That's...
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at.
that's true.
After that, I want to go to Ryoma's room and find out which motive video he had. Then, I want to investigate their Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I've deduced that the handcuffs were found in the water tank. Were found in the water tank probably came from there. Is that everything? Last of all, to the Ultimate Magician's lab, I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue. So, we got a lot to do then, huh? Good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gonna be you doing all the heavy lifting here.
You're right.
Don't
Right.
screw around.
What do you mean, right? You saying I'm useless? You said it yourself, though. Is there a right way to respond to that? Okay, that's more places to investigate than I think we really need, honestly. I feel like the only place we really need to investigate is the pool. That's kind of it. But who am I to argue with the ultimate detective? So let's see. I guess we're going one after another. Magician plays first. Still can't go in here, right? Yeah, okay. This is Himiko's research lab. What are we going to investigating in? The trick that Himiko used in her magic show. We need to figure out how it worked.
You know,
Well, you say that, but what if it was real magic with no tricks or mechanisms?
That's...
Well, that would be a problem. It's not just about the trick. I need to ask that guy some questions. Mr. All Smiles? Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll talk to him first.
Shuichi.
Hey, Shuichi, do you want to ask me something?
Okay.
I'll tell you anything you want to know. You are my favorite after all. He says that it sounds like he means the opposite. It makes me nervous.
Hey,
I do actually. It's about when we were kidnapped by Gonta yesterday. You snuck into our rooms to steal our motive videos, right? But is that all you were doing? You came back pretty late.
I see.
I see. You want to know my alibi for nighttime yesterday? That's a good question to ask. The gym is off limits during nighttime, so Ryomo was probably killed before or after. Which makes nighttime yesterday so suspicious, since everyone was doing their own thing.
Hey!
And what were you doing then? It'd be easier if I just explained step by step what happened while I was out last night. After you regained consciousness, Shuichi, Gonta brought Himiko and Angie. That was about 5 minutes before 9. Right after that, I left Gonta's lab and headed towards the dorms. I thought I'd be back in an hour, started nighttime, but something happened.
huh?
Something happened? Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. Kirumi, huh? That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. Okay. When was nighttime again? I keep having to remind myself. 10 to 8, okay. So she was at entrance hall at 9. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. Then she started criticizing my behavior and lecturing me on my manners and relationships. Do you believe that? I mean, who does she think she is? My mom or something?
If I remember correctly,
Did you ask Kirumi to be your mom earlier? did he? I don't remember.
That's so mean.
She just kept talking, and finally let me go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around, in order to create an alibi for herself, I think. Maybe. Possibly. She was probably forcibly talking to him to use him as an alibi for where she was. I think.
huh?
A whole hour? Yeah, that's super suspicious. Kirumi has never been the talkative sort. So why has she suddenly decided to be talkative? For no reason up until nighttime? Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half. He was starting to bore me, so I turned around to leave and then...
Please wait.
Stop right there, our conversation is not over yet. I don't gotta listen to you. You're not worthy of lecturing the ultimate supreme leader. Come on, Miss Maid, catch me if you can.
That is.
Is that a request?
So that means...
And then, I guess Kurumi decided to take the tag super seriously. Tried my best, but in the end, she caught me a little before 10 p.m.
I'm disappointed.
Then she started lecturing me again and let me go when nighttime started. Okay, so she could have caught you at any time. And only caught because she was faster than Gonta. She only decided to catch you because she had reached her proper time limit. That's so incredibly ridiculously suspicious. I don't see how it could be anyone other than Kurumi now. So, do your alibi still hold up even when she was chasing you around?
Maybe.
We ran into each other a bunch of times, so yeah, they should hold up. From 9 p.m. until nighttime, both Kokichi and Kurumi have alibis. After Kurumi let me go, I finally went to the dorms and collected everyone's videos. By the time I returned to Gonta's lab, it was already 11 p.m. And from 10 to 11, he doesn't have an alibi.
Ah.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kurumi was lecturing me.
Huh?
Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. Huh? Huh? It's too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit. Oh, I know. It was Mew, right? Because Mew did that in order to scare everybody off. Right. Right. That's why. So it was Mew that you saw. I was wondering if it was maybe Himiko because she was like wet from like her practice run of the thing, but she never got to do her practice run, so. I wonder who it was. Girl in her underwear? What the hell is he talking about? Kokichi's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad.
By the way,
You didn't get captured by Golta yesterday, did you, Kaito? Where were you? And what were you doing?
Okay.
I was running around the whole time. I hid in the bathrooms, bedrooms, all over the school. I see. Don't worry, Kaito, I don't suspect you. It's a huge water tank. It looks like the one that was used in Himiko's show.
So,
Looks like the same tank Himiko used in the show. I guess this one was a backup. That's what Himiko told me and Kibo when we carried the tank out of here.
Then,
And perhaps if we investigate this tank, we can learn the secret of the trick. Encouraged to begin walking around the tank. I was looking for anything that could be a switch or mechanism. What's this? The segment of the tank near the top that opens up. Why open up there? I'm trying to look. That's a really hard image to actually read, but I see. Okay. So that particular part of the tank, and I get why it's so high up. It's high up because the water level of the tank wouldn't reach that point or something, or barely reach that point. So she climbed out of that part to escape, and she escaped into the area underneath the staircase, and then exited the staircase after drying herself off or whatever. This is pretty obvious so far. Wait, perhaps it isn't random. The segment had to open up here. So, the first case I was completely wrong about everything. But this case I'm feeling extremely confident. I'm feeling extremely confident that I know what happened here. Not how Kurumi, the only thing I don't know right now is how Kurumi went about putting the body into the tank. That's the only thing I don't know. But I'm sure we're going to find that out once we reach the pool. That's why I said how the pool was the most important thing. Because this just told me what I already knew. Are we good here? Okay, apparently we're good here. Because I don't think anything else in that place is relevant. Alright, where else did we need to go? This way, I'm sure.
What's the matter?
It's not letting me go into the Ultimate Maid's place.
okay.
Fine. I was just curious. Oh, some people are here. Hold on. Is Maki still guarding that room? Yeah, and what is Kurumi doing here?